Hello everybody, welcome to JB Drag Extras and Others. I've decided to come back on again, JB Drag Motocross Boss, your host. I am JB Drag Motocross Boss, leader of JB Drag Extras and Others. JB Drag Extras and Others is an alternate channel I have, a second channel. But anyways, we gotta get our legendary, beautiful, top tier playlist. Oh, it's so amazing, so many good hits. Not actually hits. Not actually popular. But anyways, we're here to play Bloons TD6. So apparently I'm supposed to be stocking up right now. It's stock up season. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I said I was going to do a stream on my main channel, but it turns out Roblox won't work for me, and it repetitively has not worked. It still does not work. So I decided to download and play Bloons TD6, a game that Astro Alex actually got for me a couple years ago. It was on sale. It was very, very generous of him. He got it for me a couple years ago in November of 2023, and it took me until November of 2025 just to even play the game. But I mean, you got to start sometime, so let's just look forward from here at this point, all right? So let's get to it. We're going to play Bloons TD6. I wanted to play with a couple people. Cash Duck, Positive P, Astro Alex. I wanted to play with all of them. They're the Bloons Papa Gang. Right? No, I don't even have the name. I don't even have the name correct. Super Bloon Papa. The YouTube channel Super Bloon Papa. Basically, I'll be playing against all the people from the YouTube channel Super Bloon Papa. So check out their Bloons TD6 videos. Oh, they're insane at it. So I'm either going to play against or work with them. I don't know which one, but we're going to do something. But I need to level up to level 20 first. But before that, I got to ping the stream about this. So this is going to be a Bloons TD night, I guess. I guess we'll call it the extra channel. On my channel, my YT channel, JB Drag. See, this could use a little bit of love. We need a bit more subscribers on here. Extras and others. I'm thankful that we're at least at 3 digits. I mean, I only got 3 YouTube channels that have 3 figures or more. That's it. Flying versus Fools getting pretty close, so almost a 4th. And then of course one of them's got 4 figures. Yee, very nice. But anyways, we got quite a crowd watching. My goodness, compared to what I usually get here. That's pretty good. All right, everybody, I'm going to be playing Bloons TD6. We're going to be talking with Astro Alex, Bulky Gang, Ben, Cash Duck, JK Bunny, and Positive P. Hello, everybody. Welcome to JB Drag Extras and Others. So, I'm going to give a quick reminder. I got to level 20 first before I can play with anybody.
Yeah.
So, hello, everybody.
JK Bunny just joined.
Yeah, I said JK Bunny.
I thought JK Bunny was a girl for a while.
I remember that.
Wait, that happened? I kind of vaguely remember that.
But you were a girl.
Okay, that's crazy. Nah, but he doesn't sound like a girl anymore, so we're good now. Thank goodness that those days are over, so you don't get offended. Now,
what do y'all know about? What do y'all know about BTD6?
See, you from now won't get offended because your voice is updated. So you're better than that now. So don't worry. You're good.
Dude, I have years of BTD6 behind me.
Yeah, look at my camera and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Oh, I'm just like you. I'm like level...
I think I'm level 134, actually.
I'm level 126.
Ooh. Flex.
123.
I'm Mr. Jacob.
Hello, I'm Mr. Jacob.
Oh, hello.
The Carbonian.
How are you today?
I need. Y'all see my blue camera?
Where did my tutorial go?
Oh wait, Alex, your camera isn't showing up on my game anymore. That's kind of sad.
Am I friends with all you guys on Steam?
No,
I gotta.
but you don't have to be Steam friends to join. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, I do gotta. I gotta level up first.
But be warned, there is a code that gets shown.
Okay. Now, I do want to give a little bit of a reference here. I've played this, as you can see in the title and the thumbnail for the viewers. I've played this game 7 years ago, and that happened to be the same year that it released, 2018, actually. So funny thing is, I played this a bit on my Kindle, maybe a few rounds, maybe I played for like a couple weeks, and then I put the game down forever. Maybe like a month I played for it. Month, maybe 2 months. I played quite a bit. Maybe it was one, I don't know, but I played for a small amount of time. It wasn't as much as I played Risk Global Domination that year. I could definitely tell you that. So, wait, I didn't fully think that through. That's right. The monkeys have 3 paths. I need to pay attention to that. I'm not used to that. So I gotta get prepared for that. So yeah, talk about whatever. I literally don't care. We could just sit and talk. There's no subject to worry about.
How many black borders do you guys have?
Huh?
Black borders is when you've beaten every single game mode on a single map.
Oh, I thought you said
I have
something
4.
else.
I might have a few. Let me go check.
I've got 6.
Positive P has the most, for sure. He has so many.
1, 2.
By the way, Cash Money Duck,
Hello.
Astro Alex,
I got 2.
and Positive P.
He's not here right now.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. They're all members of the YouTube channel called Super Bloon Papa. So we're doing a live stream collab with Super Bloon Papa because we're literally going to be playing the Bloons game with them. So it's pretty much a collab at this point. We're doing a collab with Super Bloon Papa.
A super collab.
20. Yes, it's going to be a super collab. Yes. We're doing this. We're doing it.
Mega videos. That's super reference.
Yeah, I do remember that too. Mega videos! Mega videos!
There's collapse.
I don't remember the whole thing.
Oh, I want to see the collapse. What? There's none in here.
There's none in here. Do you guys want me to unprivate those videos on my music channel?
Please.
For the craps and giggles? Because I don't care as much about the channel anymore. I just put AI music on there. Do you want me to?
Please put back some of the original.
I will.
Welcome to JP Dragmotoxboss Minis.
All right, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen in the near future, today or tomorrow, after stream or tomorrow sometime. It'll happen. Confirmed. I am going to be unprivating all of the JB Drag Motocross Boss Minis videos. They all be returning to their normal state. You'll be able to view them all. Why do I say this? Because basically I've been making a crap ton of AI music. I have them in my streams, and I've just kind of been auto-posting them, kind of sort of. Well, basically I just download a bunch of MP4s that Suno AI will let me, and then I'll just put them up onto the channel. Yeah, minimal effort, and since I'm doing minimal effort to the channel, why should I treat it like a serious channel? So the minis videos will be coming back. All right.
Titled song Technicality.
Oh, that's
my favorite one.
Now that's actually one of the only videos I actually put work into the thumbnail. Like I put work into the thumbnail. That one I actually put work into, but that's like one of the only ones.
What's the story behind the name? Because it's pretty unique for a song name.
So it's not much of a story. All it really is I wanted a name for a song, and I was thinking, you know what? Why don't I name the song after the technicality of if you technically title something, right? Literally, if you title it the word something, if you title it the word technicality, if you title it the word poop, it's a title technicality. So I wanted to say that despite the song only being called Titled Song Technicality, its name basically justifies why that name should be accepted by society.
Interesting.
Yes. It's not that complex.
I mean, I needed to know that because like I was pretty confused by the title. Like it's just so unique. I was like,
It could throw you off pretty easily. I
Yeah.
understand that. So recommendations for dart monkeys? What paths would you do out of the 3 paths? What paths would you make them choose?
It doesn't really matter for the first like 2, because that's before it gets blocked off.
I mean, the dart monkey's like just really good all around.
Yeah.
It's got a good cross.
Besides, maybe like Super Monkey Fan Club is pretty bad. You shouldn't get that.
I'm not.
Yeah. And like a normal game, but in chimps, it's alright.
Astro Alex, hello in chat.
Yeah.
Hello. You gotta subscribe to chat. Oh, 2 people just subscribed. Apparently that worked. Not very often does this happen. Thank you for subscribing to JB Drag Extras and others. You guys both gained millions of IQ. All right. Rare occurrence. We got it. 2 subs on the Extras channel just for streaming. You gotta love it. You gotta love it when that happens. Watch. Oh, I like how this one's orange. That's cool. I will say this game is extraordinarily unique. Hello, JJ Openhauser. How are you doing today? This game is extremely unique with how it looks. It almost like the game makes it look like the monkeys are 3D. You guys know about this game a lot more than me.
Yeah, they are 3D models.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know they are. I'm just saying it. I like how they look like they are 3D models, I guess I should word it. You guys know the game a lot more than me, but I know how it begins. That's all I can really tell you. By the way, this song in the background is a song not made on Suno AI, but actually made in FL Studio by Hugo and VR. What's it called here? Audio 8. I told him I'd shout him out a little bit every time one of his songs played. So.
Mega videos. It's actually so iconic.
Mega videos. I hope
Most
Cat
iconic Astro Alex video.
About Cat Lover?
What
I
about
hope he comes
Caliber?
back on.
Yeah.
I think he's on his way home right now.
Yeah.
Just hope he makes it home safe.
Me too.
Know about that traffic out there. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I think that Bulky Ben can vouch. It's pretty crazy out there.
Oh yeah.
I hate how you have to auto-click the button every round. That's just pissing
Oh, you
me
can
off.
just make it auto.
How
In
do you make it?
settings.
How do you make it auto? Oh, settings. You said.
Yeah.
Oh. Auto start.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Sounds good. This is gonna save a lot of time.
Oops. Silly me. Now I gotta restart my run.
I'm leveling up pretty fast. I'm at level 8 already, so it'll be
Yeah.
long before I can play with you guys. Okay. Where's the one? Oh, it's Pursuit. I need Pursuit.
That's your favorite?
Pursuit on the helicopter. No, but I'm saying I need it because that just like destroys my mind every single time. Like the helicopter is forced to follow my cursor. I just can't handle that. It's just horrible. They need to
It's
be on
just
their
kinda
own.
Binge.
Also, I do apologize if I do miss some of the things people are saying.
You're just so focused on your balloons.
I'm focused, I'm talking, focused in the chat. Well, there's not really much chat.
Did Pinky open the door?
Oh no, Pinky.
Let Pinky out.
He opened the door himself. I'll fix that right up.
Does he know how to use the handle? Really? It's crazy.
I'm Mr. Jacob. Chat's working. What's up? Yes, it is. How are you doing? How are things going with you? How are you doing in life recently? Because we haven't really talked.
Pat was in the waiting
Get
room.
into VC. Oh, wait, he's in the waiting room?
Yeah.
I'm Mr. Jacobs in air. All right. Hello, cat lover. Nice to see you back.
Hey.
What's up, man?
So I want to quickly inform you, cat lover, before you talk and everything. So basically, I cannot log into Roblox at all. It hasn't been working for me. It worked for the other guys. It hasn't been working for me specifically. Even works for my girlfriend too, actually, in a whole different country. But doesn't work for me for some reason. So I am playing Bloons TD6 on my Extras and Others channel now. So that's what's going on.
Interesting. There's 8 people in here.
Yeah.
8 people. All right.
I thought the max was 6. Or 7.
Yeah, no, I know. I don't. Okay, I don't understand. Who has the permission to break that barrier? That's what I'm wondering.
I think I might.
I think
Mr. Jacob?
administration members, right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. All right. JK Bunny,
Wait,
can you please
administration
exit
member?
to the scene? Thank you very much. I'm
Yes.
Mr. Jacob is the 7th person. Only heirs are allowed to be the 7th person. That's why he's staying. He's got that privilege despite him not even saying a singular word.
Interesting.
If Alvin or Hugo come in, you're getting replaced, Jacob. By the way, so just no.
Oh,
But
snap.
that's the non VC things because it's obvious.
Dang.
It's obvious. You gotta understand it. You gotta understand it.
JB, how was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was good. How about yours, cat lover?
It was great. We had some really good turkey. It was so good,
Turkey?
honestly.
Turkey?
It was good turkey. It was really good. We had dark meat and white meat. We had turkey, turkey leg. It was really, really good.
Had some pumpkin pie, right?
Yeah, I had some pumpkin pie, had
Stuff
some cherry pie. I had some stuffing and a roll, and cranberry sauce, and some of the best cheese I've ever eaten in my life.
Do you have any potatoes?
Hello, guys.
Yeah,
Hello,
but now-
Fuzzy.
Hey,
Let me
Piz.
know the code when we're in the next game.
Is hello, guys.
Hello,
We're not
guys.
muscled
That's
to play multiplayer yet, actually, because JB has to level up. So
Yeah,
we're just
Oh,
I'm
I
doing it right
see.
now. I'm doing it right now. I'm
I see. I get it.
No.
Ooh, I'm really getting some challenge thrown at me. Okay, I need to focus on upgrading because I have a lot of money. I'm not getting XP, and I've just been waiting for XP, so I'm not going to do anything. So, no.
You can try a harder difficulty? Oh, you're on medium.
There we go. And then. Oh, I got a new hero. Alright.
Who was it?
Pyro,
Gwendolyn?
I think, the red one.
Gwendolyn.
Gwen, yeah, that's right, Gwen. My bad.
That's crazy, BB, because that's
That's so
actually the hero that
awesome
I'm using
sauce.
right now.
Nice. No, I even remember Gwen too, actually, from when I played the game in 2018. Gwen and Quincy.
Doesn't help my
So,
awareness
like,
points
yeah.
one.
So that's how I knew every single reference about Quincy whenever you're talking about it all those years. I've always known the base, like, characters pretty well. That's it.
What you know about Sawdust?
I have no idea who that is. That must be.
Did you say Sawdust?
Sawdust.
Yes, he did.
Sawdust.
He said sawdust.
Is it? Wait, is it? I remember Druid. Is Druid a hero? No, Druid's not a
Druid
hero.
Oven?
Druid's a normal one. Okay. I remember Druid. That's one that's not in any other game but BTD6, but I remember seeing him. I'm not familiar with him. A little. He's interesting. Well, they, I don't know.
Druid.
We'll say they to be nice. We'll be courteous of, you know, people are making people are adding much more value onto being called the correct gender for some interesting reason. So we'll just move along.
I think there's only one non-binary monkey.
Oh, okay.
Style.
So,
like
yeah,
the guy that
Psy.
made Big Bang Style.
That means that their gender doesn't exist at all, because that makes no sense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that
No.
bluntly here.
Then-
I'm gonna say that bluntly.
That means that they
Non-binary
don't fit
even
into the
exist.
binary system of male and female. That's what it means.
Oh shoot! No, my bad. Yeah, no, I forgot about that other gender. Yeah, technically there is. You're right. There is a third gender biologically that when a child is born, right? They don't get enough. Like, it's something to do with their genitals start failing or something. So that is what makes it so that they can't be told out as a boy or a girl. Okay, no, never mind. Yeah, non-binary-
You're confusing sex and gender.
Non-binary does exist. No,
You're
okay, I
confusing
still got
sex
it
and
wrong?
gender.
I still got it wrong?
Yes.
Okay. But that does exist. I am telling you that. That does exist. Okay, then what are you
Yeah,
talking about?
it's called intersex. Is what you're talking about.
Intersex, okay. Alright, I see. Okay, the non-binary does not exist then. Or that is non-binary then, if you were to call something non-binary. I
The way I best think of it is, imagine a line
Yeah.
and you have the most feminine thing on the left and most masculine thing on the right.
And it's like a bar.
People fall somewhere on the line, and people fall somewhere on this gender line. When you're a lot closer to the middle, that's where you would fall closer to non-binary, rather than, because you're not entirely masculine, not entirely feminine. That's how I like to think of it.
Okay,
kinda like-
so
I think that's
you
the
are
best way
talking
to
about-
interpret it.
So you're talking about something that exists, but then you're throwing like one of the words that people end up throwing around on it. That makes sense. I mean, if you want to call it that, that's fine with me. Like I said, I'll be courteous. But hold on, I'm getting distracted here. I'm supposed to. I should just continue this one. Okay, I'll keep talking. Yeah, the thing is that in technicality, if you were to go by that, no one is definitely masculine and no one is definitely feminine. Everybody has a different mix of both. So if you were to use that logic, then in technicality, you're either more of the nature of a male, you're more of the nature of a female, or you're closer to the middle of non-binary. So in that sense, yeah, there is truthful science to that, and I will not deny that. So.
Yeah, so even if you fall a little bit more onto one side, you're still closer to 50-50 than you are to either side, even though no one would really be like 100% feminine or 100% masculine.
JB, when you say technicality, I always think of titled song technicality.
Me too. I was just thinking about that epic song.
I'm glad.
In technicality, I just think of that song.
It's a great song. Titled song technicality slaps. No, but like you guys will like meme over stuff, right? But like that is one of the things that you definitely should be memeing, because it actually is a really good song. Like AI actually did good on that one. I'm not kidding. Most of this, like I'd say even most of the AI songs I have are worse than titled song technicality and its unique look and its special brand.
It's number one so far.
Number
Yeah.
one so far, yeah. I love that you guys.
I don't know like on what like scale it is, but it's number one so far.
All right. What did you say, Alex? I got extraordinarily distracted. What did you say? I've had a
I totally forgot too. Like on what scale is Title Song Technicality AI song?
What scale? Okay, so basically we take all my AI music, put it together, and you can look on my music channel, which I know you guys probably won't. Which is
I really like
respectable.
that.
I respect it. I respect
some of
it.
I really like Pigeon Shuffle and Titled Song Technicality.
Pigeon Shuffle's a good one, yeah. There's also one called Way of the Pigeons that sounds similar. It was made.
There was one. It was a desert themed one that was really cool, kind of like Wild West. I forgot what it was called.
Footsteps in the Sand. I think.
Yeah. That's it.
I really like the first one with lyrics. JB dragmotoxboss, boss.
That one. Yeah. That's the other one I actually put work into the thumbnail. Yeah.
Yeah, I drew that like years ago.
You drew it years ago, but I don't know why. Hold on, I don't even know why I can't even remember the name. It's something to do with glory. Risen Glory. Risen Glory. That's what I drew. So that's right. Risen Glory.
JB, your sub count on your stream is off.
Oh, it's off. Did it get enough?
It says 178 and says tell me.
I gotta check it.
Tell
Ooh,
me
2 new people subscribed. Thank you both for subscribing to GB Drag, Extras, and others. I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much for the support. All right. Hello, Jolly Bolly. How you doing? Legit, like 20 people joined the game. You were giving it out, and a bunch of people used hacks to get it. He's talking about his little like model thing. I forget what the actual name is, but basically, I, Mr. Jacob, ran an event for my Discord server that other Discord servers were part of, if I'm correct. And apparently, some hackers got onto it, and apparently were interested enough in stealing the 5 only copies of a JB Drag Motocross Boss shoulder pet. That same YouTuber that doesn't upload or stream nearly as much as he used to. I still don't understand why people are interested enough in stealing stuff about me. But
It's exclusive.
It's like a
look, I'm doing it right somehow, because if I'm getting hate, I'm doing the YouTube thing right then. So it's a good sign in that sense, but a bad sign for him. Anyways, I wanted to wrap up what I was saying before, because I didn't want to come off mean with what I accidentally bluntly said there. Right, so the thing about non-binary, right? I respect non-binary in the terms that me and Positive P talked about it earlier in the stream. Okay, that makes sense if you want to call it that, then that, yeah. When he said non-binary, that my brain quickly jumped to, like, when somebody calls themselves, like what do they call themselves? I don't even remember the names, but they'll make up some weird name that like doesn't really make sense or correspond, and they'll make up so many genders to the point of where there's over 3, over 4. Like there might even be 4, there might even be 3, or there might there's 3 sexes, and if you want to technically say 4 genders, then in that case 4 genders. But people will go on and list so many, like it's a whole entire classroom full of children times 10, like the 300 different genders, and that's where it just doesn't make any sense. So I will say, it just does not make any sense. But that's my take on that whole situation.
I don't think anyone's teaching kids 300 genders.
I hope not.
It's a lot to remember.
If somebody taught a kid 300 genders, I would think there's something wrong with it.
It's impressive, honestly, if you can do that.
Yeah, if you can remember all of them, hats off to you.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
You're like the gender joker at that point.
Gender.
The gender jawed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and hold on. I have to remember something real quick. Give me it's sharper shots and then the spike opal. I need that. Give me the juggernaut. Very good. Now we're getting things moving. Yes, get the juggernaut.
Yes!
Have you heard any stories from our excursion to Alex's house?
So is that actually true? Like, did you actually go there?
Yeah.
Like, is that not actually? It's not a joke.
Of course.
We went there.
Wow. Nice.
I had a bunch of money saved up, and so I bought plane tickets for all of us.
Yeah.
Kitty's place said she wanted to go with us too, so I brought her along with us.
I'm still so jealous I didn't get to go.
I don't fully believe you. You gotta send me. You gotta send me. Like,
We couldn't get any pictures with the four of us. We just didn't have any time. But you were all there together.
With two of you or three?
Yeah.
I'm not doxing your faces.
I mean, I can send a photo.
I've seen Astro Alex's face before, trust me, and I remember it very well because of how.
Well, I can send a photo of, I think, I have 3 of us together, but I'll just censor all the faces.
You gotta send me a photo of the 4 of you, so I'm not gonna believe you. I've seen Alex's face before, don't worry. I've seen it. I've seen the leak. Don't worry. I won't talk about it again, Alex, don't worry. I'll keep my mouth sealed, my bad. I won't mention it again. Please. Okay, let's see. Hello. Oh, that's such a. What is going on here? Hold on.
What?
Let's see. Gapping, pooping soup. Hello. That's quite the name. That's quite the name. That's quite the name. Nice name you got there.
What? Ew.
I seriously don't understand. How could anyone bear to have the name pooping?
What's the name?
Hey, at least
They have poop in their name.
It could be
Gapping
worse.
pooping soup. No.
At least his name is not like
Good for you.
diarrhea, gaping diarrhea in soup.
Look, good for them for being able to handle that username, because I couldn't. Having poop in your username, that's something. That's something.
It's brave for sure. That is brave.
That is something that is hard. That is a big thing to give up. Your whole username.
It's like a Sisyphusian task.
You gotta worry about, you know.
You wouldn't catch
they
a
wear it with
username
pride.
like that.
That's amazing. Well, good for you. And they wear it with pride. Okay. All right.
Pride and honor.
All right. See, this game is so fast-paced that my mind, I like sometimes, well, if I'm doing a stream, that is. If I'm ever streaming and playing this game, I'm not going to keep up with it entirely. There's too many things to keep track of. This game itself already has a lot of stuff to think about.
It's a wild game.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, there's literally 3 paths, and that's an entirely different thing. Like, every single time you play some monkey, it seems like you need to decide, what 2 path combinations am I going to have in this monkey? And I gotta be careful, because I don't want to sell the monkey. I'm gonna lose out on money. So,
It's like actually like really good design on
yeah,
the part.
absolutely. Ooh, I love the live fire on the pirate monkey. That's amazing.
Gwendolyn has such funny voice lines. I heard someone compare her to like an 80-year-old Russian grandma.
I think you're thinking about Harley Gwen. Like she's the one with the awesome voice lines.
Boys, I've done it. I'm at level 20. I want to finish this game first because I'm pretty close to finishing it. Might as well, because I think it'll look better on my account.
Wait, Gaping Poop Soup said they're a game dev. They want to make a game on you.
Ooh, let's see what this person has to say. Jolliest Bolly said, I'm confused. What do you mean Roblox isn't working? Like, is it laggy or are you bored of it? No, it like literally wouldn't load up for me, Jolly Bolly. I would be in the game if I could. There's literally black bone turkeys. That is extraordinarily exciting. I get excited whenever there's a new turkey variant released. I would never miss up on stocking up on those if I could do something about it. Okay. You're a game developer, Gap and Poop and Soup. All right. On Roblox, should you make a game about me? It could be about digging a hole tycoon about me. Well, sure, if you want to. I don't care.
That'd be legendary.
But with one condition. But with one condition, you have to name me correct. You have to call me JB dragmotoxboss, or literally, if you put capital J and capital B, call me JB, and you use my OC with like the horns and stuff, or even just my Roblox character, that's good. Or if you do JB dragmotoxboss, the whole thing. But you gotta credit me. You gotta credit me. It can't be any like weird thing like, oh, who's this? I want my proper compensation. And if I don't get it, and if you make a game with me and I'm not in it, I'm just gonna ban you from the streams. I'm not trying to be threatening with it. I'm just saying. Just saying.
That's hard.
So.
Just because they say they make a game about you and then they end up not being able to do it, you ban them?
I ban them if they don't give me the proper credit.
So what kind of credit are you looking for?
Literally just my name. Or even
Can it be
JB.
like,
if they call it JB, that is fine. If they just call
but
it
what
JB.
if like they're not? What if they're not even able to make the game about you and they end up just making the whole tycoon? But they're still a viewer.
It's as simple as that. All right.
Does it have to be like name or like just description?
All right. Good luck with your build. I'm glad you're excited about it. Yeah, let me know about. Wait, didn't you send me a friend request on Discord? I think they did, and I denied it because I don't accept friend requests. No, I don't accept friend renew requests. Okay, I denied it. But you could.
Yeah, make sure to post sneak peeks in the Discord.
Look, post your sneak peeks in the Discord for now. I want to direct you to that. Join JB's Palace instead. The link is in the description. I would rather you put your stuff in there. You gotta show the love and the support to multiple people. I will add you soon. But I want you to engage in the media first. Share with the other people first before you share with me. Thank you. That's all. That's what I ask. Okay. Give.
I think he's already in.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
I remember seeing
what are we
like.
doing? A join match co-op challenge? What are we doing? Oh wait, no.
You want me to make one?
Rounds. I have 4 rounds left, so
yeah.
done.
Let's let the people who know what on earth they're doing make the thing. Give me a code one.
All right.
All right.
Are you on the screen where you enter the code?
Yes, I am. Gap and Poop and Soup, thank you. I see you in the Discord server, and I appreciate you so much for being in here. Thank you for
Alex is ready to
subscribing.
play.
I appreciate it
I'm
so
not ready.
much.
Give me 2 rounds.
We'll wait.
Hello,
All right,
Nicholas,
here's the
bro.
code.
How you doing?
You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Just DM it.
WGUAEV.
Is that it?
Oh, I'm in.
And if I can't get in, we just.
Oh, it's player.
Player. Hi, player.
Hello.
Oh, he's already sending messages in general.
Hold up. I think I
I'm
want to try
gonna
and
send
change my
player
name real
from
quick here.
class.
Hold up.
Okay.
Hold up. How do I change my freaking name here? I gotta change this foolish
I feel like
name.
Gap and Poop and Soup are gonna become really good friends.
Well, I hope so. Okay. If it's,
Oh, I like his profile picture.
if it's another
Yeah.
alt account, that would be pretty funny. But I hope it's a real person. I hope. Okay, but how do you change your name though? How do you?
I think you need to make an account.
I did.
In like the top left, I want to say. Like if you click on your profile picture in the top left, it might allow you to make an account.
Just do it.
I technically already made an account, but it's under this name.
Well, if you click player, when you click your account,
Player.
and it should bring you to a profile with your badges. It show your badges on it, and it should say player up there. You might be able to like double click it and change it.
Ooh, double click it. No.
Let's do a quick Google search. How to change your name on BTD.
One of these wins in the mere time.
BTD 6.
La,
See,
la,
I'm very
la.
precise about my name. Gotta be name correct.
Go to settings,
Yeah,
account,
yeah,
player, change
me
name
and
is
Alex-
what this video says.
Me and Alex have been working on another duo song.
All right, I found a positive P. Thank you so much.
Nice.
What cat lover?
Me and Alex have been working on a song.
Oh, that was an intense part.
Nice. Nice. Show me the result, of course.
Gapping Poop and Soup just sent me a friend request.
No, he just sent me one too.
All right.
Oh yeah,
Get
me
ready
too.
for this stuff. This is the ultimate name. All right. Don't look on stream. Don't look on. I'm gonna join.
I left the lobby by accident.
Social. What's it called again? WGUEAUY.
Can you say the code
I
again?
just DM'd it to you. I'll say it aloud. WGU
AEV. Okay.
AEV.
All right.
I almost fully remembered that. That was close. JB Drag E and O.
Oh.
GB Trage Ando.
Ooh.
That's what I see.
JBD Rage and O.
Look at the level difference.
Okay, ready?
21.
Let's
Wait,
do
you should go on, like,
this.
Drag E and O. All right, this
You're
is the
chimps,
Bloon
buddy.
Super Papa. What could I say?
Super Bloon
Bloon
Papas.
Super Papas.
What's going on, guys?
Don't it to me. I have
Oh, my
I have
goodness.
Benjamin. I have Benjamin.
You
Don't hate me.
messed- Wait, are
What's
we
going
working
on,
together?
guys? Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh. That's cool.
No cash drops, by the way.
I need the money for Benjamin.
All right, let's start it up.
Let's go, team.
We got.
Wait, why can't... Oh, that's somebody else's monkey. Hey, never mind. I got you.
Yeah, you can only edit the ones you place.
Guys, can I have money for Benjamin?
Okay, that's
Guys,
weird.
I need
can-
money for
I
my
can
hero
edit
too, though.
3 of them.
I need money for my hero.
I'm so confused. Oh. Okay, this
At
game's
least it's
just
not
being stupid.
divided
This
into
game's just
quarters
being
and stuff.
stupid. That's just the game's fault, not mine. That's just the game's fault. Let's continue.
Yeah.
No cash drops.
Nope. No cash drops.
cash drops.
Yes.
Happy
Now,
holiday. Oh, I
I'm
forgot
gonna
I did
scream
that.
if there's a cash drop. Better not.
Forgot I
Talk
did
about
that.
no cash drops all these years. If I see
No
one, I'm...
cash drops.
Oh
just
no,
happened?
no! Take that away.
Who did that? Who did
What
that?
was that?
Who is that?
What just
Poppers!
happened?
What is your problem?
What just happened?
What happened?
Ben's his 10.
Wow.
What? Huh?
I think I missed something. Did someone cash drop?
Alex, did I just send you money?
I think you might have. I got money from.
Because I was clicking money. I was just wondering. What
Yeah, I
that
got money
meant.
from you.
Yeah, I'm just seeing what's going on. Well, he's the one who bought me the game, so it makes sense. Keep the money, Alex. Oh, you should take this.
Don't disturb the corner. I'm actually gonna stock up on farms.
W monkey son?
You got some stuff up here. Alright, you've got a rough idea you'll start sending sneak peeks. Alright, sounds good. Yeah, send them in the media. Send them in the media.
Very excited.
A game? Has anybody ever done that for you?
Put me in a game. In other forms, yeah. Dallas and the Bone with Find the Stock
Find
Up
the
Season
Stock Up
Crew. I
Season
believe
Crew.
Astrolix
Oh,
and
yeah.
Dallas and the Bone
Oh.
collabed on that in early 2023. Am I correct, Alex?
I remember building it. We never
Yeah.
finished it though.
Yeah, you just never finished it. You gotta finish it sometime, but yeah, Find the Stock Up Season Crew, and it was like full
Maybe I-
people
Oh,
from
Alex,
JV
Alex, you're a
to-
game dev? Alex, you made games?
Yeah, I can build. I build.
Yeah.
He made Castle Test.
I made Castle Tests. I made Proper Cow. I can
Purple
make it.
Cow. You made V Flippy.
I made my profile picture. I made my YouTube channel. We built the city. Oh yeah. Oh.
Am I gonna get any XP during this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. A lot of freezing going on. I gotta turn that one off.
I don't know what's with all this freezing on that. I've never seen this ice guy before.
Yeah, I've never seen it before.
I'm just trying to get my crash out monkey.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get ice shards on my Super
My
Sainy.
PK bank.
Super Saiyan.
Cut the century.
Wait, Alex.
Yeah?
Gapping Pooping Soup wants to collab with you.
Cade, yes, I do
Really?
remember you. Cade, you were a guard in the Discord
Looking-
server. If you were still a guard in the Discord server, there's no way I could forget you. You are a little guard in the Discord server. You gotta remember that, Cade.
Like, Gaping Pooping Soup, I would like love to collab. I'd love to like playtest. Build, maybe.
Wait, Gapping said, wait, who's this? Alex guy, he sounds talented. We should collab.
All the new members just
Hey,
gravitate
don't
towards Alex.
worry,
He's so
dude.
epic.
Don't
We
worry
just
about
gravitate to pretty person in VC.
it. You
Alex
gotta
is just so legendary.
Yeah, it's all chat.
Wait, is it gaping or gapping?
Gapping.
I think it's gapping.
Yeah.
That sounds better.
Just say that song's made by Yugo VR Stab, by the way.
Could I have some cash money,
Salvation.
Alex?
I mean, ask
Thank you.
JB. He has the most.
Dude, you want? Oh, yeah. Right.
Ooh, Mr. Moneybags here.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm still kind of lost and overwhelmed, so I'm not really spending a lot of money. I
You just gotta wait until you unlock everything, you know?
Yeah, I gotta get with the rhythm. I need to get
You
with the
gotta
rhythm.
skill
I
like
gotta
that.
expand upon that.
Because his skill up season. Don't take a saber where my palms are gonna be!
Wow.
Don't place your sniper where my palms are gonna be.
Place it like
Sounds
down.
good,
I
Alex.
think Sushi Bento needs a
That
friend.
whole right side
Needs
and
time.
maybe a little.
Yeah, there you go.
That's all mine.
Right with Sushi Bento.
I just
Sushi
love how it's
Bento is just
realistic
so
with the
legendary.
obstacles. That's amazing. With like,
Yeah, but you even get some extra money after you excavate it in this.
there we
Because
go.
it's like gold.
It shines bright like a diamond.
Gold!
Oh, I know you love that song, Cash Money Duck. You love it.
Yeah.
It's your favorite song in the entire world, probably at this point.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Not surprised. There's a lot of cool music. Ooh, maybe
Yeah.
one
I
of my
gotta turn my
AI
game
songs
down.
is one of your favorite. Maybe it's titled song Technicality. Ooh.
Yes, titles.
maybe.
It's really good.
I have my game at 5%. I can barely
Maybe
beat you guys
it's-
over it.
Added me.
Wait, are you guys gonna work on the game together?
I'd love to play test, but I don't think I can build right now. I'm like all like I still have like stuff to do, so I can't really like.
All right, level 10 hero. Here we go.
Incoming.
Oh wait, I used some of my actual money that. Oh, that's not the money from the in-game. That's a different type of money. All right, I won't do that again. Waste of money. Should not have done that, but I guess it's for you guys.
It's for the legendary level 10 Quincy. It's awesome.
For the super. It's the Super Bloom Papa.
Exactly.
Alex, I'm gonna put one of these near here. If you don't.
We're just like so well known for our Quincy content.
I'll use the restroom. I'll be right back, baby.
But can we beat the quad Quincy challenge?
No.
That's
That
too
sounds
hard.
impossible. That sounds it. Is there even 4 skins?
I don't know. If
Is
it's
that even
free.
possible?
A song in the background. You go in VR.
I don't think there's enough skins.
Came up.
I don't think it's possible,
making stuff for
guys.
it, Whispered echoes.
The triple Quincy challenge is already hard enough.
JB, you're not
It took
collecting
us multiple
banana
tries.
farms enough.
I'm not. Yeah, you're right.
Alex, it's okay.
Okay, don't worry. I will purchase Easy Collect. There we go. Easy now.
Oh, money. Thank you, Alex Troll Alex. I think I'm gonna make an investment.
See, the thing is, I'm getting
Oh,
stuck
that's
on
awesome.
stupid XP. I don't have enough XP to level up crap. That's what's blocking me. Oh,
You get
Makes
XP
sense.
so fast, though.
sounds in this game are just top notch. They're just pure class, man.
Legend.
Your class.
La 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 la. La 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 la.
Come over to Sushi Bento's tent to get us
Oh wait,
extra
it's
sniper.
the legendary round 63.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What happens?
Ooh.
You remember that from BTD5, right? Glad we're placing on some villages.
We're so good, team. Guys, 2 more rounds until a very difficult round.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
yeah,
harder
yeah.
Oh, by the way, enjoy your 10% off on your monkeys.
Only for the first few tiers.
Oh.
Thank
guys
you.
aren't even upgrading that radius no more.
That's gonna help me get
Oh,
my
no,
crash.
whoever
on.
has that dart monkey... His name's
I think
Daniel?
that's yours.
His name's Daniel,
Oh.
apparently.
Oh yeah, there's Daniel.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could... Yeah,
Guys,
upgrade
difficult
Daniel.
round,
It's
difficult
cheaper
round right now.
It's cheaper
What
to
round is
upgrade
it?
Daniel.
80?
Well, we missed it. Okay, we beat
Don't
it. We
look
beat
at
it.
this.
It's good, it's good, it's good.
Where did my $15,000
Is
go
that a
from the rock
skin
air
on that
move?
monkey
I didn't even
tower?
get it.
That flag?
Yeah, it's a flag.
Yeah, it's like a skin that you could buy, or is it like
Yeah.
default? Oh, okay.
Not default.
They're getting.
Oh, you already are.
They're
Dang.
getting the LGBTQ
Wasn't
plus
asked
to play some Bloons TD6. Good for marketing.
I think everyone.
I spent
and the
$10,000
game's
to
already
remove
over,
a rock
right?
just for it to give the money to someone else.
None.
I should. Where?
Daniel.
Right, I had these. Let's do semi-automatic.
This game's so fun.
True.
Has anybody else here played Football Fusion 2?
I hop on. Yeah.
I'm playing it right now.
Wait, hold on.
I
Really?
play it from time to time.
Like Gaming Poop and Soup in its like Discord, he says he plays it.
Really? Interesting.
That's
my crash
interesting.
Right, I didn't even get it.
Well, now the engineer monkey has a green hat. That's cool. Better than that default
Oh.
yellow I always wear around.
Cake and poop and soup.
We hate the color yellow here.
This server needs more people.
Nobody knows what you're talking about.
You
I just
do.
need to
I mean,
start
you're-
placing everything down.
No, I'm not even playing Roblox right now, dude.
One of everything I'm doing. One of everything. Here we go.
Oh my gosh, you're making me angry.
Crash out, monkey, come on.
One of everything, guys.
Yes.
Okay. Got one of these.
Why
Get
did
one of
wait? Did it
these.
that split? Oh, that split the money for us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You guys have fun with all that. Have fun with it before I understand it.
Yeah, then we're all just done in BTD battles.
Here we go, guys. Big round.
Oh, let's go!
That was
Yes.
not even challenging at all.
You're the master
Let's
builder,
go.
baby.
I didn't
All right,
even feel
free play
any
mode.
sweat.
Free play?
Free play
I
mode.
got no awards. What? That's so messed up.
Yeah, it's just a dart match.
All right, that's the kind of game I'm looking forward to. Play till you die. Now that's
Yeah,
what I'm
take it
talking
away.
about. Let's do it. Yeah. Okay.
Alex, could I have a small loan of $1 million? Oh wait, you don't have any money.
Yeah, I
just
already
got
spent.
more
I already
than-
gave you my money.
I need to upgrade Super Sainy to Super Brittle.
Everybody's joining the party. All the
Joined up Party. Hey.
How did they let that
There's
happen?
no more river space. Put that all up.
JB, I feel like I need to stock up. I might.
You need to stock up. Yeah, if you could get on Roblox, then yeah, do it. You need to stock up. It's a shame I can't get on Roblox and set a good example for you guys on stocking up. One of everything.
Yeah.
Use your Benjamin abilities, Alex, so get more money.
One of everything, everybody.
Why did it join the call on my phone?
Sushi has power!
All these got to get upgraded. I appreciate this round because this is going to help me upgrade all these monkeys, and so I could actually get the XP to actually.
Welcome back, whoever that was.
Join on PC?
That's true.
I accidentally joined on my phone and it wouldn't let me join back, so I had to leave and rejoin.
Ooh, I got a small loan of $1 million. Think about that. Headshot.
Okay, I noticed it now. It says the player in the corner, like player 4, player 1, whoever placed it. What happened, Kate? How you doing? What happened? What happened?
Okay. Cade of a dude.
Okay, let's see.
Kade a dude.
Guys are taking all this XP.
We are so good at this game.
We are the Super Bloon Papas.
I could tell.
Yeah, we're
Alex,
cheaper.
why did you get IMF loan?
Because you can collect more money. They store more money.
Now you're going in debt.
Yeah,
Oh! BAD!
Guys!
Get it!
Oh!
Oh, I got a 0-0 dart monkey!
I got a mortar.
What?
See, I got base dart monkey.
Let's
The
go,
worst
team.
idea ever.
What does that even mean when you get that?
It's just like a very bad normal base. It's the basic
Oh.
tower.
Like, I need
Alex, thank you for the monkey.
Completely normal dart monkey.
It's basically one that you get to place it down for free. So you see the little lightning symbol in the bottom right? You click that, and then it turns to a monkey symbol. Or no, you just scroll down.
Insta monkeys.
Yeah.
And you could keep them for all rounds?
Once you, well, yeah, it's you get to keep it for that game, but
Oh,
then
just
you
for the
use
game.
it.
Just for
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah.
Well, then
Until
those
you
Insta
die.
monkeys are horrible. Who would ever have
No,
an
you
Insta
can
monkey?
get very good ones.
Well, no, I'm saying the
No.
one I have is horrible. 0-0-0.
Oh yeah, well
like that's
that's
nothing.
the point.
That's nothing.
But you could get ones that are fully upgraded too.
Oh, I hope
Yeah.
I do. Now, how do I place it? I'm trying to place it here.
Go. The monkeys. Like the monkey right down there.
Burger King caused this
Yeah,
man
no, it's
to
still not
suffer.
working. I'm like trying everything. Nothing's working. I don't understand.
I know I have like a 5-5. I think I got a 5-5 mortar.
You can't just click on it first, and then it'll show you 000, and then you can click and drag it.
I
what if you get, like, a-
finally did it.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Did one of you guys get like a sun god at some point?
I think I have, or I think mine's only a 4.
Yeah.
I think I may have used it too. Oh no, I have a 402 one.
Thank God fights on the side with the best artillery.
The sun god fights on the side of the best artillery.
I don't get the reference.
It's
That's
funny.
a reference to balloons.
Ooh, a flying fortress!
I'll eventually get these.
Ooh,
references.
let's all 3 of us get flying ferocious fortresses.
Flying ferocious fortresses.
Flying ferocious fortresses.
Alex is
my
lagging.
game crashed.
Uh
Okay, we're good.
oh. Yeah, Alex was
I'm on
lying.
Roblox, perfectly fine. JB, do you want to try again, maybe?
I will after this game. We always got to keep trying at that.
If it does work, will you switch your stream to your other server? Your other channel, sorry.
I'm not doing it to a whole channel because it's too late and I wouldn't even be streaming too long anyway. I would simply just play it on this channel. That's just what would have to happen. So.
Can someone
Hey, Gap and
stop
Goop
this
and Soup,
small
can you
load?
add a real pumpkin dropper to the Tycoon?
Boreal pumpkin dropper.
Yeah.
What
You
about
should
Rosie
add it.
Apollo Pumpkin Dropper?
Keep going to mines and she's getting mine Boreal pumpkins.
Boreal pumpkin time.
Can we remove that one rock?
Where? Oh yeah.
Like,
I don't
above
find that funny.
the village?
Wait, go Jova.
Giga
Giga
Chat,
Chat is
hello,
in
how are
chat.
You got your first deer last weekend. Good job, Cade, for hunting those deer. You got to get the deer off the street so they stop causing car crashes. Very good. You're doing a good service for this country.
I don't
and
like
for the
I don't
society.
like the deer.
Good.
The deer always gets away.
Yes.
I have a friend who got really badly injured because there was a buck just in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
They are
Terrible.
cute. but
Now the
yeah.
deal is that look, vegans and vegetarians, I'm never gonna ever do that. I understand why you want to save animals, but deer should never ever in any circumstance be saved. They kill more human lives
Oh, poppers! You bought them.
than any so many freaking. I don't know exact statistics, but all I know is that people feed the deer more. They come closer to the neighborhoods. They end up on the streets more, right? Like not like homeless on the streets. That's not what I mean. I mean like walking on the actual roads, and then boom, cars get in the way. Then they cause car crashes that could cause people to die. So honestly, the deer should die first before causing risk of people dying.
Well,
Keep
people
killing
are
those
also
deer.
on
Good
their
job.
land,
Keep
though,
good job,
too.
Cade. Huh?
People are on their land, too. It's about sharing the world, not dominating the world.
Yes, but in terms of the
It's
food
their
chain,
world, too.
You're supposed in the food chain. You're supposed to cooperate of how the food chain works. You're supposed to do that properly. That is how science works. That is how nature
Oh,
works.
so-
Humans are far more valuable than deer. Their brains are so much smarter. They can do so many more things. They can make so many more changes than just a singular deer. So I would rather a singular
Deer
deer
are
that's
also
gonna waddle around
important,
their
though.
whole life. They're important for many things. Yeah, they're important for eating a lot of what they eat. They're important for
There's a pecan
their
pie in the
food
oven.
for the hunters. That was kind of a backfire one, but they're important
Can I has money?
for many things. I can't really name too many at once because I'm only
TY.
thinking about what deer do. But yeah, no, they do serve
There's
a lot
a
of
pecan pie in
purposes.
the oven.
By the way, JB, about the food chain, do you like go out and hunt animals yourself and eat them? Like you just grab them?
No,
Like,
I'm
just
too
start-
impatient to hunt. No. Now, I do believe deer should exist in the deep woods. They should exist there, and I do believe that there should be designated area to be kept permanent national parks, nature. I do believe in all that, but if the deer are in the neighborhood, they need to die. It's too late for them.
But where they are
should.
should be deep woods, like in a world without humans. But they don't know that it's not deep woods anymore.
They're foolish.
So it's like kind of not their fault though too.
They're flying and foolish.
Yes, but
A
you
little
gotta get the
ferocious.
flying, ferocious fools off the streets. You got it.
When we were at
people
Alex's-
to get hurt. The cost in look, the thing is that vehicles are at risk, and that is just far more valuable than caring about all these deer. That you sit there, you care about the deer, and then what are you gonna get in return? Nothing. Literally, crash a vehicle and cause $10,000 in repairs just to worry about a deer's life that never even treated you like how a dog would treat you if you if you had a dog. Like, not even your pet. It's not even your pet.
I'm not
So,
trying to throw anybody
with
under,
that
under the bus right now. I'm
that
not trying to throw anybody under the bus. But when I was at Alex's, I saw his mom feeding deer in the woods.
That's so ridiculous.
Yeah, they have like buckets that they give like deer corn.
Tell her to put it in the woods. Tell her to put it in the woods.
Yeah, it's in the woods.
Kate's
It's like a
got
big-
something to say
big
about
yard.
this too. Wait, what'd you say, Alex? Sorry.
We have like a big yard, and like it's like covered in trees, so we put them in like the tree area,
Oh, I see.
like the buckets.
Okay. But put them in the woods. Make sure in the woods.
In the woods, yes,
The woods.
in our front yard.
Me and Kitty
Why
Face
your
were
front
out
yard? That doesn't make any sense. You don't want.
because we were out on his trampoline.
Alex,
Me and
yes,
Kitty
stop that
Face
now.
were out on his
Stop
We have
trampoline.
a giant yard. We have a giant front yard, and we put the buckets there. It's like all there's so many trees.
I remember me
You
and
have a perfect
Kitty Face.
lawn.
Me and Kitty Face were out on his trampoline. Me and Kitty Face were out on Alex's trampoline, and we both saw some deer. And she pointed at him. I was like, "Look, there's deer over there." It was really cool.
Yeah, you have to stay quiet around them, or else they run away.
Yeah, this is lagging so much. This game is crazy. I can hardly even keep track of my towers here. Now, Cade said they got food. I ate most the heart 3 days ago, and then I think he also said if you think about it, back then that's all people got to eat. There is no supermarket. Yeah, so I mean, also back in the day, like that, Cade is also expanding upon the food chain. That's how nature works and stuff like that. You know, God made them have dumber minds because they're not the image of Him. You're supposed to take care of the image of Him, but in terms of the animals, they're not people in the image of God. They're just made to exist for the food chain to work through its cycle.
Funny.
Now, like for example,
But God
like,
also created man to take care of his creations as well, and deer are part of his creation.
food chain. How are
Hashtag
people
food
supposed
chain,
to
you're right.
eat then? How are you supposed to eat? When
Eat like
people
bear.
begun on them,
God
how are you
bears.
supposed to eat?
I'm not saying don't kill deer, but that doesn't mean eliminate all deer.
Like, you don't have to eliminate all of them.
No, you don't have to eliminate all of them. That would be ridiculous if all of them got
You
eliminated.
can't-
That
you
would
don't
that
have
would
to
screw up the
eradicate.
food chain too. If all of them died, then the predators wouldn't even have them.
And they go after us.
That would just screw things over. Yeah, no.
Or
If I did say all deer, I do apologize for making that generalization positive, Pete. I mean the deer on the roads gotta die. Deer on the roads gotta die.
Well, usually they do, because people hit them with their car.
Hold on.
Yeah, but there's still so many. There's so many around my neighborhood, positive Pete. They're getting crazy. I see them every single time I walk in the neighborhood. It's freaking ridiculous.
I think
I wouldn't have
Pokebag
brought this up
said
if it
something.
hadn't got this crazy.
Davey, you do realize they're kind of crazy because we did all that. Their main predators, wolves, get like wiped out because they go after livestock, and then we build a bunch of roads, and they have no way to cross the road, and they go across the road, so they go across the road, and they get hit because they don't know how to avoid a giant melding going like 70 miles
Yeah,
an
so
hour.
that's why we have like giant wooden paths they go through.
Well, yeah, but we
All
don't
right.
have nearly as many as we should.
Wooden paths.
There's like barely any of those.
All right. Well, the thing about your argument on the deer is that for number one, me as an individual, I do not have control over our society and how it came to be. If I had some sort of option, right, to like kind of rechange history where the deer don't have to experience that and we can all be chilling, then I would definitely strive for that. But the thing is that it was the only way for us to advance as a society, and it is how we started to advance. And you can't even live and function, defend for yourself without having to conform to a society with driving a car and stuff like that. Now, there are technical ways to make money without even driving. Yes, I do know that technically. But I'm talking about in the sense of the bigger picture, in the sense of humanity. We're already in a system where we're doing now. We can't really do too much about it. So, for the time being, yeah, just get the deer out of there. If you see them in the road, just honk at them and scare them away. That's the best you could do. That's what I do. So, yeah. You gaping.
Maybe your stream's kind of laggy.
I eat deer jerky. Nice. Yeah. Sorry if I'm being insensitive by reading the comments. What are those frozen pedestals anyway? I'm curious about that.
That's from one of my abilities.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, the screen's just way too insane. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
That's okay. That's okay.
trying.
It's so awesome.
I'm trying. I'm clicking my
More
abilities.
It's more awesomer. Yeah.
I'm not. I can't even get any XP to upgrade anything. That's what I'm like really trying.
You get like a lot less XP in a free play mode actually.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not. I have a question.
Yeah.
So you know how like frogs, they're able to change their gender. Do you think like God gave us like the transgenderism to be able to do that, like how frogs do it, because we're not biologically same as frogs?
Okay, so frogs change their gender because there's chemicals put in the water that makes them. I don't know the exact science, but it's because of the chemicals being put into their waters, and that's what ends up happening to those poor frogs. Now, in terms of transgender, so you're asking me a transgender question. Do I condone people being transgender? I would say if you're going to make a big decision like that, first off, with the simple statistic of most transgender people regretting their decision after transitioning, just from that alone, and put away all political beliefs, just from that singular fact alone, I don't think anybody should even risk even doing any sort of transitioning with hormones or genitals, period, because too many people are too depressed and they end up regretting that afterwards. It's something permanent. It's going to change your body. It's also a thing that's unnatural.
Isn't
like
the
your
regret
body,
rate 1%?
It's too risky. 1%'s not enough. Too risky. So,
It needs to be higher.
literally just out of like a risk factor, don't even like change genitals or do
But
any
wait,
sort of
if you have
surgeries to
a-
change yourself, because that
You
any
don't need to
surgery
change your
that
genitals
involves
to
the
be
metal-
transgender.
Huh?
Wait, it's a
What
1%.
Mazda P?
You don't just because you're transgender doesn't mean you change your genitals.
Yeah, okay, I know that, but I mean in terms of the crowd that wants to do physical changes or hormonal changes, it's too dangerous.
Regret.
Mentally,
Still, the
rate-
regret rate I believe is 1%.
Regret
it's
rate
definitely not
for
1%.
transgender.
Regress?
Regret.
Regret. Okay, I know.
I would say 1% is
Less than
a pretty good
3%.
rate.
The
I
percentage
doubt
of
that only
trans
1%
the
of transgender people.
the
were-
percentage the percentage of trans.
Say it.
Well, JB keeps interrupting me.
Stop interrupting him!
Oh
I'm
my god.
What's the percentage?
The percentage of transgender regret is less than 3%, often temporary. Most people who detransition do so because of external pressures, not regret. Retransition is common once those pressures are removed.
Don't change your genitals and put hormones into your body. It's just ridiculous. I'm still gonna say.
Why
that.
would
Like,
why would God make people to be transgender though?
it gives you what you give you, and the thing is if you, like the thing is that even just messing with chopping like anything external off or something, right? I'm not going into detail, of course. Like that alone, like it's never going to be the same again. It is
Well,
literally
what's the
never
difference
going
of that and cutting off a cancerous tumor?
Oh, you could cut off a cancerous tumor. That's fine. I mean, of course, if there's like situations like that, yeah. That's just a condition that changes the outcome. So, Supernova, how are you? You joined into a crazy debate. Yeah, you did. They pushed it on me. I will shut it down if it gets too wild.
I like the debates. I like the debates we're
If it gets too
having.
wild, I will shut it down.
It's philosophical.
It is.
Yeah.
These types of debates are important. We can't just ignore the stuff that happens in our society.
Yeah, and then you also got to remember that there's a lot of younger audience watching as well. So you have to keep that in mind a little bit too.
Well, I personally don't think we should entirely bar younger people from the idea of being transgender. I think they should know about it, but it shouldn't be forced on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean...
In the sense of, oh, that person used to be a male, but they felt that they weren't comfortable with who they were, and they went through the proper steps, and now they're a female.
As long as...
Or you just tell them that they're a female.
Look, as long as no people in authority really overly talks about it, because like when the children are young, their minds are extraordinarily impressionable, even around preteen and like early teenage years, right? They're more impressionable at that age, so people should definitely be careful with what they say in school settings, because kids have a very big they take in a lot of what they learn. It's very sensitive. It's a very sensitive time.
So I have a hypothetical. So the person that you are now, say we had the technology where we could put your brain into another body, and like you would be perfectly fine from it, and we were able to take your brain and put it into the body of a woman. And how would you feel before I get into the question, like more?
Myself specifically,
You'd
I want to
probably
be male and a male forever, so myself specifically, no. But in terms of somebody who might want to transition, and like if you're saying there's guaranteed for no negative side effects, and you could just transfer your brain into a different body, and it's not going to harm you like that, then I don't care. Just don't harm yourself. That's all. If you're not harming yourself, then that's actually good. Then I won't care at all. Just don't harm yourself.
That's what treatments like hormone replacement therapy are. Is fixing your body to be the person that you were meant to be.
Okay, but when you do hormone replacement therapy, that can get extraordinarily risky. There's a lot of risks that come along with this. We can do a debate where I could actually start like researching some facts rather than looking at like a screen here. And of course, I'm not going to do that in the middle of the stream because I have to focus on the content of the stream as well as the Happy Late Thanksgiving Supernova, by the way. Rest in peace, full BC. Yeah, I know it. But please come up to me with some facts or something, and I can look at it another time. If you really want to get into specifics, then I can do some deep researching as well, because I don't know everything off the top of my head. I know a lot of things off of basic understanding and stuff I've learned before, but I don't know exact statistics or studies. So you'll have to give me some stuff on that rather than just words. If we're getting extraordinarily specific into that. But in terms of hormone replacement therapy, I do want to say one big thing, that males and females, right? Males, is the right word predominantly? I don't know. Maybe that's the wrong, I don't exactly remember the exact word of what that means. So we'll put it like this. The males mostly consist of masculine traits, masculine hormones, stuff like that. They lack masculine. I would say I'm mostly masculine. I have mostly masculine traits and stuff like that. And not everybody's going to be exactly like me. Not every guy is going to be exactly like me, because there's a different mix in everybody, and the same thing with females. That's why tomboys exist, because people just have different preferences. Some girls might not like so many girly things. They might have less femininity, feminine in them. For example, like my girl, she likes the color pink and stuff like that. I would say she's extraordinarily feminine.
And that's how femboys exist as well.
Well, there's other stuff I'm not going to explain with her, but I know she's feminine for other reasons. But what did you say, Positive P, while I was talking about boys?
That's why femboys exist as well, because it's like the opposite of femboy, or femboys are like the opposite of tomboys almost.
Tomboy, yeah, kind of, yeah. So yeah, they do exist too. Yeah, they're pretty interesting too. That's cool how they do what they do. I mean, of course, nothing inappropriate that's against God. We wouldn't want that. We don't want that. I mean, you gotta be true to the Lord. You gotta have a relationship with Him. As long as everything's in check, then yeah, that's good. But the thing is that in a lot of cases, right? Like a lot of brainwashing has an extraordinarily large effect on the brain. All right. Now I want to tell you about a personal experience I had. All right. I'm going to open up about this. So back in December of 10th grade, I thought I was bisexual at a point. By the way, I do believe I'm straight. All right.
You do believe?
I believe I'm straight. Okay. The thing is that back in the past, I was contemplating if I was bisexual. I even gave myself a label bi-curious back in the day, and then I even switched it to pan-curious and then pansexual. And I remember I said that and stuff like that, right? Now, the thing is that during those time periods, I was looking to sources for advice and stuff like that, and it really started to sway my brain into certain ways of thinking, almost to the point of where I was almost getting more into the mindset, and I almost felt more as if I could even possibly be one who is transgender, right? Because I was getting these ideas put into my brain. But then immediately when I started to slow down and be like, okay, what am I truly? And I gotta back off stuff and stuff like that. I gotta be calm. And I sat down, I thought about it, and I thought about it more. And then I'm like, truly deep down inside, no, I just like females. I'm not actually gonna date any guys or any. That's never gonna happen. All right. So with my personal experience, I would like to say that the power of brainwashing has a big effect, especially on someone who has a more impressionable brain. Even back then in 10th grade, I had a more impressionable brain, but I was seeking for answers, and that's what a lot of younger people are doing when it comes to finding out their true sexuality and stuff like that. Now, the deal is that
I would like to say something too.
Okay,
Hold on, I'd also like
all right,
to
that's
say
good.
something.
That's good.
Can I go? I haven't spoken in a while.
I did speak a lot. All right, what do you guys have to say?
I mean, can I?
So in your instance, you may feel like you're brainwashed, sure, but it is also important to note that both gender and sexuality are on a spectrum and are fluid and can and do change over time as well. So you may have been bisexual in the past, but not now. It can and does shift over time for both gender and sexuality. So it's important to note there that you may feel that you were brainwashed, but it's not always the case too. It does change over time.
I'd like to also say something.
Yes.
Jade, even you said that you thought about being transsexual or all the other things just because you were being, quote, brainwashed. I
don't want to call it brainwashed.
Well, that's what you said.
I was okay, but I was watching stuff and I was in a vulnerable mindset. We'll put it.
Well, the thing is you sat down with yourself and considered.
Yeah.
The thing is that's what I'm gonna say at 99, maybe even 100% of what trans people or gay people or bisexual people or pansexual people do before they consider fully coming out. You say you labeled yourself as bi-curious, but then you sat down and fully thought about it.
Yeah.
The thing is my sister sat down and really thought about being transsexual. She's been taking these hormone replacement therapy programs, and she's perfectly fine. She is healthier than she was before the treatment, and she is incredibly happy. She's the happiest I've ever seen her because she sat down and she thought to herself. Every single time she's ever made a character in a video game, she's never really felt connected to the male gender in video games. She's always felt more connected to the female genders. And she's put a lot of thought process, and she's put all of these long thoughts into it, which is why a lot of trans people know they're transgender, and that's why the regression rate is so low, because people aren't just thinking, oh, I can be transgender, I'm going to be transgender. They sat down and they thought about it fully. If you're not able to, if you think I'm going to be transgender, that is the less than 3% of people. That's why A, the regression rate is so low, and B, so many people have recently started coming out as transgender because they really sat down and thought about the idea of it. Which is why I think it's important to let people know that things like this exist. Because if you don't, they might never know, and they might be uncomfortable their whole life.
And
Are you
may I
I
also bring
agree,
up?
and I think it's
Yeah, also
very
bring up-
powerful and personal, and like, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Like empowering. That you would say something like that, because it is something truly personal and like powerful, saying that you've questioned your sexuality and gender before, because that's something that not everyone acknowledges throughout the course of their life.
I think it's also something, a very mature thing to know that
Yeah.
you can be able to sit down and talk to yourself about that.
And JB, may I also bring up an argument?
What?
Since you talk about like transgenderism, like cutting off your genitalia, it has like a risk rate. Do you also think like this way about like life-saving surgeries or like medicine or like treatments to like save your life? Like you like.
Well, you're
The
changing the
regret
conditions,
rate.
so the conditions are changing to life or death.
Yeah.
So if the conditions have changed to life or death, then you gotta follow that. In
Or
pretty
like
much any
if-
situation.
Or if you have like something you're very like plastic surgery, do you also consider like plastic surgery or tattoos like like kind of like transgenderism?
I don't
Like-
think people should waste money on plastic surgeries at all. I think people should I mean, in certain cases, yeah, if they need to like patch up their face, or if it like really is a bad deformity. But like there are so many cases where like people will end up getting plastic surgery, right? And the deal is that they do that to appeal to people that want that type of face. But the thing is that they could save some money, and they could be appreciated by people who like another, like their normal type of face. And it also kind of gives you a unique identity that you can stand out. Now, in some cases, some people might be insecure about their face. And if it ever comes to that point, then I do believe that plastic surgery should be there. But it should not be something that should be done ever so lightly. Transgender, not I keep getting the words mixed up. Plastic surgery, even that should be thought about deeply too. So a lot of cases of people getting plastic surgery, or even celebrities getting so many of them, that's a little bit excessive, you know.
Yeah, but like, you know,
yeah.
it's your life. You have control over it. You can get a tattoo. You can get plastic surgery, and all that matters in the end is that you are happy with your body.
Yeah, but another thing is that like doing plastic surgery is wastes resources. Like there's a lot of people who are starving in like Africa. So.
How does
That doesn't relate. You're not feeding the plastic to. You're not feeding them to the starving
Alex,
people.
I'm not talking
Food and
about-
plastic surgery are
talking about-
completely.
Alex, you're getting kind of heated. Ooh.
I'm talking about the bigger picture, Alex. All right.
How does
electricity
plastic
is it gonna
surgery?
take to keep the lights on in the room?
How
much
the-
electricity is it going
That
to take
also
to run
could
the
apply to,
stuff?
like,
and how
everything
expensive
else.
I don't understand.
stuff,
I don't
you know?
understand how plastic surgery relates to kids starving in Africa. I don't.
It does, because the thing is, on like overall scale point, it's just kind of wasteful to be like, if we all banded together, right, and did plastic surgeries less, right, there might be some more money left over, and over a long period of time, maybe 10 or 20 years, then that money could eventually be used to help some kids in Africa.
Well, you
If the
could
person
say the
powered
same
does the right
thing.
So
You could say the same thing about anything. You could say if we all banded together and stopped sending money to foreign countries, we'd have enough money to stop world hunger.
Yeah, or even like buying a house or buying food for
wars
yourself.
shouldn't be funded. Everybody
Yeah,
should
you-
stop funding.
you can- you can-
wars.
you can
Israel
say-
should stop being funded is the same as Palestine. Everybody should stop being funded. Everybody should be encouraged to stop the war. There's been ceasefires, and that's good. But there should not be money used to directly fund any war. That's horrible. Just use it to feed the starving kids. So I agree with that as well. I don't think anybody should really be funded at all. Like any wars, it's ridiculous. You're funding killing. It's just like, you know, I mean, you could use like, maybe like, say Donald Trump's in office right now, so Donald Trump could use like trade tactics and stuff, just non fighting tactics, and just don't fund things that cause violence, you know, in most cases, I should say. I mean, rare cases, I mean, sure, maybe that's exceptional, but that you have to talk about something really specific to get there. But no, I agree with that as well. Yeah, no wars. You like stop fighting these wars.
Only the world could just be a peaceful place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If only people could just be who they wanted to be, you know, without people trying to control them, like kids in Sudan trying to grow up, and there's just all these companies coming in, all these people coming in, not allowing them to grow up just because they want to take all their water, like Coca-Cola and stuff.
Yeah. You have to repeat what you said. I'm sorry. I did a lot of listening. I got heavily distracted. I'm sorry.
Like, I think the world's a messed up place. A lot of people don't want to allow people to be who they are or grow up or, you know.
Yeah, and a lot of people aren't who they want to be, and they just, you know, cut it short.
So
that's a real problem too.
So the thing is that I want to say a response to what Positive P said earlier, or no, it was Cat Lover, but just basically, just in general, it's a response to both of you guys. The thing is that what one's human brain could think is going all right could be messing things up majorly. Now, for example, in the situation of your sister, it seems like she's happy. So if she's gone through all that, right, and dare I say, even gone through genital surgeries and is somehow happy after all of that, then that is good, and just let her do her thing, call her, and that's why it's good to be courteous.
Please don't use the phrasing "somehow happy." That's very negative and rude.
Very, yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm not trying to be mean. That's just.
I'm not trying to say something offensive. I'm just trying to say words to talk, because I'm doing a lot of talking here. I do apologize if some of my word choicing is a little bit offensive. So, okay, I'll put it like this then. Since your sister, right, decided to do that, right, and sat down and thought about it, I'll say that. Since she sat down and thought about it, it's good to sit down and think, right? If she's in some sort of happy trance, and for anyone who's in any sort of happy trance right now, and anybody who has gone through genital surgery, anybody who has gone through any life situation that does not harm anybody else or hardly harms anybody else in the very slightest way, and if they are somehow happy, right, then they should stay happy and just do things to make them happy. They somehow found the happiness code, and that should be exploited whenever any human finds that, unless it harms too many people, all right? Even if it's, you know, of course, I'm still gonna advise against genital surgery, because that is still extremely big.
I think you're too caught on genital surgery. I don't know why you're focusing on that.
Not specifically the hormones, but I just mean yeah, I'm just talking specifically on the part of like the genital switching. That could get extremely risky. But if somebody already has gone through that, they shouldn't be shamed for going through transgender surgery or something like that, you know?
The truth of the matter is treatments for transgenderism are life-saving treatments.
Yeah, they're only going to get better with time.
Differently than any other treatments.
Less than 1% of transgender people who undergo gender-affirming surgery report regret. So it is less than 1%. Yeah.
That statistic is extraordinarily hard to believe.
I'm taking statistics from many websites that are scientifically backed.
You gotta send these over, like I said to Positive P earlier, because 1% on any sort of statistic is rare. Like, forget anything. For example, what is the percentage chance that JB is going to stream? It's never gonna be one. Like, that is such a rare thing for it to be 1%. It's hard for something to be 1%.
I mean, it's 1%.
1% is lower than regret rates on things such as like knee surgeries as well.
1%. I mean, you could say 75% is there's a 1% chance for it to be 75%.
What? 1% chance for it to be 75%?
Because there's 100 percentages. It's going to be a 1% chance for it to be anything in there. It's statistically the same. It's statistically the same chance for it to be I'm not this exact same, but it's, you know.
I'm really confused as to what you're saying. It sounds like you're just restating information.
What I'm saying is that It's not rare for anything. It's rare for any percentage to be an exact percentage.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean you're talking like 1.01, 1.02, 1.03, like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If we're getting extraordinarily technical, then yeah, it is extraordinarily hard for something to be exactly that. But I'm just saying, in general, it is hard for anything to be small in the manner of similar to 1%, whether it's a little bit smaller.
Well, we're not talking about general stuff.
By the way, the
That
song in the
should show
background
how
is made
effective
called
they
Evening
are.
Now, made Hugo and VR helped. Got his ideas into it. It's a good Suno AI song. Had to give a shout out to that. I know, in the middle of a conversation, but we're streaming it. All right, what were you guys saying?
If anything, it should show how effective these surgeries are.
Send me some stuff. Like I said. Well, Cat Lover could do it because he's not in the game right now.
I'm doing it right now.
Okay, good. And I'll look at it after the stream and stuff. I got juice going on the screen. Not the best PC situation ever. Yeah, gapping poop suits. I think trans people should be allowed to be who they are and not bother otherwise. So in that sense, yeah. But that goes for anybody. So transgender, any sort of particular group, right? In terms of their identities, right? In terms of their how they're being judged, right? Nobody should be judged. Okay. God tells you to not judge anybody, and that is a big mission of this channel. I mean, technically we are doing judging, but I mean, you ask me on specific personal beliefs, and technically that's what you get from it. But at the overall bigger picture, right? Don't judge anybody, and I'm still going to say it in terms of this conversation. Like, at the end of the day, right? You don't judge people, and that's why I was also being like, I'm also courteous around people. If like when I talk to them and I know they have a certain belief or something, I'm just a little bit extra courteous to keep the peace and to respect them. And you don't truly know what a specific person is going through. You know, something that you.
I just sent you 3 websites, JB.
Right, thank you. You could say something that could specifically send somebody down into a bad spiral at the wrong moment, and what if there's other things that they like, you know, they had other bad unfortunate events that happened earlier to them in a specific day or maybe in their overall life. So in that general standpoint, yeah, everybody should be respected in that. Now we got to get back and circle back to this main subject here. Now, the thing is that with the mind process, it is extraordinarily easy for the human brain to get caught up in a cycle. I'm not saying this to be rude and disrespectful. I'm not saying this to not validate anyone. I'm saying this because this is a possibility, because it's technically true. I mean, common sense statistically, right? But the thing is that with the human brain, right, the human brain in terms of, I'm going to use the term again, brainwashing, or maybe misunderstanding, manipulation, whatever you'd like to specifically label it. A mind can go into a something like that, and there could even be transgender persons out there that transition, maybe even went through genital surgery, and it's not a good thing, and then like eventually then things end up crashing down on them, right? That's always a possibility of that happening, right? Now the deal is that with
it's not easy to get
here,
treatments and surgeries like that, though. It's not. It's a very long process that takes many years. So
I know. I'm just trying to list out. I'm just trying to list out possibilities here. Now the thing is that a brain can be manipulated so much to the point of where they could start thinking and believing wrong things because different patterns have been instilled in them. For example, if you're with in a relationship with a partner, right, and that partner is toxic, and they bestow upon certain ideals or say certain things in such a way that will start that eventually end up making you lead to thinking this or thinking that, or maybe like deep down in your mind, right? Like you might want to transition to a guy just to date a certain girl. I hope there's not that many cases like that, but they don't know it so deep down, and then they think it's so much of their personality. Then think of this, then they could have a bunch of friends that encourage it, and then they can like feel the hype for it. Then they mistake the hype for actual feeling, and then maybe they'll feel like that for a while when certain factors are around that human. For example, like friends, then that could help remind them of okay, well actually this is right, and my friends are happy, and they're happy of this, and this feels right. So I'm saying that there is always a possibility that somebody could get stuck into something like that and think and feel false emotions because of certain conditions in one's life. I've noticed like other situations have happened to me of where I will be like, well, wait a minute, I was thinking this for so long, but it really was this all along, right? So that's one thing to keep in mind. And especially when it comes to a transgender surgery, right? And like I'm specifically chopping off physical body parts or replacing and stuff. That is such a permanent done damage that the people who accidentally get stuck in a trance like that, and you might not even have the possibility of even knowing, right? I deem that a bit too risky for doing something so permanent as swapping out your genitals. So I'm saying this from a standpoint of how the mind works, how it can perceive things, how it could get stuck in a false reality almost. I'm saying it's possible, and I'm saying it's risky. The thing that could help also empower that is the different imbalance of feminine and masculine traits one has. For example, like someone could have so many feminine traits, right? But then they have some masculine traits as well, okay? So then they end up being a tomboy. But then they feel that they want to be a female because of that, right? So there is also that comes into play, right? Where like some people, for example, that are just fine being tomboys and were always just fine if nobody ever like mentioned anything, right? And then all of a sudden there's all this hate that starts coming through and all this information. The biggest problem with this entire controversy, right, is the judgment. People judge people too much, and that's why it gets brutal. People say harsh. Even myself, I even accidentally talked a little bit cold. That's my apologies. All right. Sometimes I get. Sometimes I'm just trying to talk to move the conversation. So sometimes I'm a little bit unaware. I apologize. But everybody, like, you know, try to watch your words the best you possibly can. Be nice to other people. And a lot of these issues will calm down. You'll notice a lot of. I'm not saying this will disprove transgenderism. I'm not saying that's not real. I do believe there's always a chance of it being real, right? But it could be real. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not so sure because I'm not transgender. I'm not them themselves, so I'm not gonna ever be able to say. A thing is that when you'll notice, like with transgender people, they're so like set into it. You don't know if it really could be a big thing for them. It really could be a big thing that it could be true. It could be the way that they're thinking, and they just feel the best because of certain life situations around them, or how society is formed. So really, when you're talking about the individual, it comes with the individual, and it also comes with how society is and how society can form the individual, as well as being raised by the parents. So the thing is, I don't know if transgender stuff is real or not. I will say
it is.
The thing is,
it is. It is.
It's real.
It is.
It's real.
All right, then I'll stick at the I don't know, and you guys could say yes, it's real. I'm never gonna shut it down and say no, because I don't know everything.
It's real if it manifests.
I want to say something real quick. I've been talking for a little bit because I've been doing a little bit of research.
All right.
I'm taking some average means. You said so. We've proved the the rate for excuse me. The regret rate for transgender for genitalia changing surgery is 1% or less, correct? And you're talking about how that's too big of a risk to take, right?
It's
I'm looking at
gender affirming surgery, which includes genital surgery,
yes,
but
exactly.
it's not only genital surgery. It could
Anyways.
also include things like removing your Adam's apple or breast reduction.
Anyways,
Maybe an
I'm looking at
those. I'm just talking about like.
I know. I'm gonna bring something up. So I'm looking. I've done some rough estimates. The survival rate, or not even survival, regret rate for some of these. So I'm just gonna go survival rate because it's basically it's percentage. Emergency surgery has a very rough estimate of around 76% survival rate for emergency life-saving surgery, which we have already shown that gender-affirming surgery can be life-changing and life-saving, which leaves 76% success rate, which leaves a 24%, death rate. So would you be less comfortable getting a gender-changing surgery than you would be getting a life-changing surgery? What I'm saying here is the rate for life-threatening surgeries is the death rate is higher than the rate for gender-affirming surgeries.
Okay, so you said you said the death rate is higher. In what? Just say
The
what
death
specific-
rate or unsuccess rate for life-changing surgeries is 76%. That's not the death rate. Sorry, that's the
survival rate.
Success rate. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm not sure what your entire definition of life-saving is. I do want to point out and say one thing here, right?
Emergency transplant, brain surgery, C-sections, stuff like that.
All right.
Like I came from C-section, I'm okay.
If you ever deem a transgender surgery directly life-saving, and it's only because of mental health, if mental health is the only thing that's meant to be saved, right? And you're saying, oh, do a transgender surgery because it'll save your life, because it'll improve your mental health. Were you categorizing that as also another type of life-saving surgery, or no? I would like to ask that question.
I kept them separate because I didn't want to. I didn't want to have that affect my other stuff.
All right. Well, I will say to that, right? I wouldn't deem that specifically. I would never deem that specifically life-saving because, of course, they're literally at a hospital. You can lock them up and you can keep them away from sharp objects that will hurt them. So
that's incredibly inhumane.
They're technical.
That's incredibly inhumane. That would just
mental health is also a part of your health.
It would be.
Yeah.
It would be inhumane, right? It would be humane. So I'm saying in the physical sense, no, it's not life-threatening, but in the mental sense, yes, it is. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that would be really inhumane.
Well, your mental health,
if you were mentally messed up, thrown to a mental
health.
hospital, wanting to kill yourself, and nothing to do it with, and you're stuck in a white room, that would be torture.
Mental health and physical health are both intertwined.
Yeah, you cannot separate the two at all.
Yeah, or just disaster. So. Yeah, so if you are down in the dumps and you really want to get that kind of surgery, go do it. It's for your health, all around.
No, okay, not if you're specifically down in the dumps, but only if you want to do it.
I don't like the comparison Cat Lover made, but he was comparing something that would be more of a physical emergency surgery to something that would be more of a mental surgery, but nonetheless, they're still both equally important. Both are aspects of your health and both are life-saving. But I feel like he didn't clarify that well enough. But regardless, it is life-saving. It's just in a way something such as antidepressants are life-saving, and are treatments
Antidepressants can be powerful.
for things like anxiety and depression. Medications would be treatments for anxiety and depression. Those are also life-saving, and something such as therapy also life-saving. So it's really not much different than that.
I want to categorize this into 2 categories. Okay, then we'll say a life-changing surgery, right? A life-changing surgery. I would say that's like we'll call it emergency life-changing, meaning you gotta get a surgery just to get something done immediately, right? And then we'll say life-saving surgery for your mental health. So whenever you guys mention the 2, just say call it extreme or instant, right? If it literally means physical and the surgery needs to happen that day. That's how I'd like to categorize them coming forth from this conversation. Right? Sound good?
That's kind of why I didn't like the comparison, because something of like an emergency surgery would imply like getting a gunshot wound, and you're rushed to the emergency room, and
that's emergency life-saving.
And that's emergency life-saving surgery. I don't feel like it's a fair comparison, even though it is a life-saving surgery. I don't think it was a fair comparison.
Positive,
but
I think it was, because emergency literally means it needs to be done instantly, or else you have a chance.
No, I agree. I could have chosen something different. I was just trying to make a point.
Okay.
And I didn't really.
Yeah. Okay. Is Bulky Ben here, by the way? Yeah, Supernova. I read your chat. Is Bulky Ben here?
Yeah, I've been here.
Okay. Can I swap you out with Supernova, because he's been waiting and you haven't been talking in a long time.
Me?
Well, I heard you talk. I heard you talk, but yeah, you haven't been talking too much. So could I swap you out with Supernova, because he hasn't been in here?
Well, he was listening and waiting for his time to chime in.
So do you have anything?
That's why he wasn't talking much.
That is fair. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. But
No, I'm gonna just go.
okay. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. All right, Supernova, here you go. I had to give him a spot. I had to give you a spot, Supernova.
I'm sorry, Bulky Ben. I'm sorry.
I had to give you a spot eventually. So you
Bulky Ben, I'm sorry.
I appreciate you. But anyways, welcome to the conversation.
I joined in a crazy conversation.
Yes, you did. Okay, so let's dive back into this conversation. I'm just gonna look at Cat Lover's DMs real fast. By the way, this song playing in the background is called "Too Weak to Walk Alone," made by UWR and Senior AI from this account. Let's see.
I'll send screenshots on the websites where I got the information.
I'll just read the screenshots quick for a moment here. You guys
Yeah.
can say something.
Supernova, do you have any input on the situation?
What do you mean?
Like your thoughts on like trans.
Our little debate.
Truthfully, I really don't care. It's not my problem. Truthfully, I don't care if you're trans or not. You're still a person in my eyes.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I'm friends. I don't know where I was going with that.
Friends with trans people. You even have a Teto tag on Discord.
What does that have to do with anything?
Like Teto's trans.
I already found something.
No, she's not.
Okay, yeah, sorry, you guys.
Yes.
I'm just gonna read
Teto's not trans.
Teto is trans.
No, she's not. Hang on. I need to look this up.
Is Teto trans?
I believe
No?
Teto
She's not.
can be any gender, can be anything.
Her official gender is
ambiguous.
Chimera. I don't
That's
know what the
what
hell
her
a
deal
Chimera
is.
is.
She can be anything you want
Yeah.
her to be, is what it means.
So technically, I guess I've just like seen it like, you know.
I looked up what a chimera is, and it's giving me Greek mythology.
Because it's a Greek mythological term.
Or like the cassette B song.
True.
But like it's like different interpretations of her. That's what I saw.
That's cool. But either way, back onto the thing I was saying earlier. I really don't care. I can be friends with anyone. I feel like I view anyone, even if they are trans, even if they are gay. I don't really care. It's not my problem. They're still people in my eyes. So, I mean, that's basically all I have to say. I don't have a problem with it. Never have, never did.
I agree. I think it's also important to stick up for people that are marginalized, though.
This song is Cosmic Drift. Yugo and VR helped make it. Got the ideas on there. Isn't this just random how I'm just randomly giving shout outs to songs while we're in the middle of a serious conversation, but I've been asked by him, so I have to. It's like crazy.
Well, I think it's a good thing because we're not too. It allows us to not be.
I think so too. Yeah.
It gives us a second to breathe.
Yeah, that's the nature of JV streaming.
Formulate our thoughts.
What do you say?
Yeah, and to make a better argument.
I thought of a better way to describe why I didn't think Cat Lover's comparison was fair, because emergency surgery is rapid onset versus gender-affirming surgeries that happen over the course of years, possibly, and do take time. It's not something that you could just suddenly get.
No.
And does take... isn't something that you could rapidly get. And so I feel that wasn't a very fair comparison, even if both are life-saving. It's two different situations.
Yeah. Well, I'll respond to you soon, Positive P, but I need to respond to Cat Lover. So the screenshots, I'm just saying specifically about the screenshots you sent me, if that's where like all the information comes from, then I found a little bit of a gap in your information here. The thing is that yes, I do understand what you're saying. I see all the words. It's pointing to all that, but in that it did not specifically talk about like it did for a little bit, but when it stated that 1% of people, transgender individuals, regret having gender-affirming surgery, right? On the entire page, it mentions that there's like many different ones that they can do, many different types, and it never specifically mentions anything about cutting off of the genitals or doing whatever.
That's not what we're talking about.
I think you're too focused on
this is
we're talking
surgery.
about gender affirming surgery.
But that is what we're talking about. No, but hold up. That is what we're talking about. That was the whole point of this conversation.
I believe that genital surgery is a lot less common than
this kind of topic.
Can you let me finish, please? Can you let me finish, please, everybody? Okay. I haven't spoken in a bit. So the thing is that I don't care about the other transgender surgeries. If you want to go through them, I don't care. I think it's fine. I give the green light. If it makes you happy, that is good. The entire argument was the final step of switching specific genitals that are given to you at birth. And on that study that Cat Lover said, right, he is incorrect that 1% of people regret that specific step. It said 1% of people regret any combination of steps they decide to do, and many people don't even get to the point of removing their genitals. So that information is false, technically.
I just like to say real quick.
Two things. You don't need to get surgeries to be trans, and it's like not a requirement.
Yes, I know
as
that.
well.
The
I feel like that's important to state.
There's no such
there is
thing
no
as a
final step.
Yeah, that doesn't exist.
Not everyone
It's
even.
not a requirement to get surgeries.
I'm sorry if you don't like my wording. I don't mean it like that. All right, let me try to rephrase it now. The final thing of gender-affirming situation surgery.
There is no final thing.
There is no final
step.
step.
That they say by text, like, but not textbook. It's not in the textbook. Probably not. But what people generally consider like one of the last things that goes on with that, or like the most major thing, or the big thing, or the big thing that a lot of people think about, or the most major thing, the most, the largest thing that happens, in my opinion, physically, is of switching out those genitals.
In your opinion?
I'm just saying it's the largest. I'm just saying.
You're not trans,
like,
right?
I'm not talking about internally. I said physically.
Oh,
You gotta listen to my words here, dude. Physically.
Well, you're saying that
it is the biggest.
You're saying that in
physical.
You're saying that in your. You're saying that in your opinion, the biggest physical change. We're not talking about opinions, but if
okay, I'm sorry.
you're not talking about. You're not.
saying,
Let me. I'm not done. I'm not done.
It's a fact.
I'm not done. I'm not done.
All right.
There's many trans people that don't want to get their genitals removed. They simply want to feel more like, let's say, they want to feel more like a male. So they're going to get their breasts removed. They're going to have surgeries on their muscles. They're going to have hormone replacement. That could be all they want. They don't want necessarily to have their genitals swapped.
And I'm agreeing with you. That's fine. I agree.
So their biggest thing is their breast removal.
That, yeah.
So you can't be. It is not fair to say, in your opinion, this and that, because you're not transgender yourself.
Lover, for the love of goodness, I'm talking about I'm not talking about a specific individual only going through certain things. I know that. That's obvious. I said, and I do apologize for saying in my opinion, okay? But I said the biggest change that has happened on Earth, on the planet Earth, that it's ever happened in history is what I'm trying to talk about. That happens to you physically. The biggest on Earth physical that has happened to a specific human being is genital surgery. That is a fact.
But why?
What about when
How is it different than a knee replacement, or if you have to get a toe chopped off from diabetes? Like, how is it any different? Like, I don't, like,
It's
why is
different in a
that,
lot of
that
ways.
the
I will
most
say-
different
You
that
get your
you can
limbs
do?
amputated
Why
for
is
diabetes?
that the most specific thing that's different?
That's new.
Can you explain
Like
that?
any
to me?
augmentation of your body, how is it much different than that? Like any augmentation of your body.
All right, so I'm gonna have to code word these since I'm streaming here, right? But the thing is that in terms of the genitals, I mean, we all know that is related to one section of life that we're never going to end up talking about. So in terms of that one section of life, correct? Now, for a lot of, like, the thing is that in your genitals, there's so many sensors and stuff, and a lot of that will get messed up and will never be the exact same as it originally was. So I'm saying, so that actually spikes just a little bit of concern, and just double check about it is all I'm really saying.
I would think
There's
the biggest.
more to life
Everybody
than
does that because it's years and years
fun
of
time.
gender affirming surgery, so that's fine. But it's like it's something that could really affect that part of your life, and you could maybe even never do the same again. And romantic partner, I don't know. Now there is a lot of people who are asexual and just steer clear from that entirely. So for anybody who's asexual, what I just said does not apply. That reason does not apply at all. Then
I have a question.
Yes.
So you're talking about all the sensors and stuff.
Yes.
What about your brain? Your brain is all your neurons. When somebody has a brain tumor removed, that's messing with their sensors in their brain.
It's a life-saving surgery, cat lover. It's a life-saving surgery. I'm not talking about that though. I'm talking. You're saying the biggest change somebody can experience in their body.
I think back like during my middle school years, I was asexual.
Okay,
You're saying the biggest change.
Misunderstood.
No, I'm not talking about emergency surgeries. You're saying the biggest change that could happen to somebody is getting their genitals removed or changed when it's not.
Okay.
That's what you said.
I need to be specific again. I need to be more specific again. A part of the gender affirming surgery category. That is the biggest change that human has ever in history went through to their individual physical body. Of course, that is not the biggest physical change. What I'm gonna chop off my leg, and that's a smaller change than chopping genitals off. Dude, no, I know.
I don't like how we're saying chopping your genitals off because it's
do you want me to use something better?
gruesome. Well, gender affirming surgery is
All right.
It's a surgery.
Let's call it
I'm
gas.
like
Let's call
stopping
it
it all.
gas. How about
That kind of stuff.
gas?
gender affirming
Kind of
surgery, or GAS. Not. I feel like gas makes it sound
It's slightly
like
better.
a fart. So
Like
I feel
flatulence.
like that's not very appropriate. But
All right.
yeah, I think you're too caught up on genitals because I'll
Because
use
that's
this
the only
as
thing we're
code
talking
word.
about. I don't care about anything
but-
else. That's why I'm caught up in it. Right,
I'll use it as code word for YouTube, but there's more to life than fun time, and that's not why people transition. It's probably one of the smallest reasons people transition.
Well, that's good.
And I think that you're getting too caught on that, and that if like being worried on the sensors that are there doesn't really make much sense, because if someone would be going through a genital replacement surgery, they are uncomfortable with their current set of genitals and would not it's not something that they want anymore.
Why are we still on
And
this subject?
I feel like that's just something to bring up.
It's just a debate. We're going back and forth, bringing up points. That's why we're still on it, because we haven't come to a conclusion.
Yeah, we have not. Yeah, we got to finally come. quite a big conversation, but okay. So I hear you out with what you're saying, Positive P. I mean, I still think it is a big thing, because not only does it specifically affect that part of life, right? Like, it could also affect of how your body functions. You could have a body malfunction. You never know. That could just the fact. Like, then another thing is, of course, the expenses, but that's something that's very, very unimportant. So I will keep that as a very tiny point. Don't worry, but that's just a tiny little grain of sand that you can keep as an extra little point. So that technically that also does exist a tiny bit there too. Now, in terms of someone feeling uncomfortable with the genitals that they are provided, I've never personally experienced something like that. I can never personally say how that exactly feels. A lot of us in this VC could probably never personally say how that specifically feels, and so that's where that's where it gets a little bit difficult there, right? But deal is that before anybody comes to any sort of conclusion like that, if you're still on your journey or something, right, I urge you to, again, just sit down and you know, you guys already know this. Now this is going to be turned into a little bit of a life lesson for the younger people. For those who don't know, sit down and think about it. Sit down and like decide: is this really going to be bothering me a lot? Is this like really going to be a major change or not? So.
I think we're just caught too much on genitals, and I don't understand why.
I was about to say my final statement. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
I want to say I do apologize for all the over talking. With my ADHD, it actually gets a little bit difficult to remember everything and remember to let everybody speak all the time. And sometimes it gets a little difficult, especially when I get a little bit emotional. So I do apologize for the immaturity of part of the conversations. I will try to improve coming forward. That's something I'm trying to work on. But I think at this point, if you guys are arguing to me that people personally in their brains, right, they feel extremely upset about having a certain genital, I can never condone that. So I guess you're right. You can never specifically tell someone in that exact moment, right? Or like in their life, like someone who's decided and done a lot of thinking about it over the course of a long time. You can't just tell them to not do that. I can't have a definite no, because like I said, we don't know what these people are doing. So, all right, then I will admit that I'm wrong there. So you won your argument on that point. All right. So you won.
Can we just dumb this down a little bit?
So
Do you believe that transgender people should be able to do the surgeries they want to do?
I would have to. I don't
Gender
even
affirming
know
surgeries.
all of them off the top of my head, so I actually have to do specific researching.
We'll just say genital replacement or,
For example,
swap it.
You should try your hardest not to do it. That's what I say, because it's a huge thing. You should sit down, think about it, and try your hardest not
any
to do it.
part of a transition is a huge thing.
Yeah, but like the genital, I'd say is like the worst affecting. I'm still going to say it's the worst affecting, unless you're asexual. Then it's not nearly as bad.
I just think
I don't understand why.
I just think real quick, JB, when you're saying it's the most affecting, it's kind of opinion based. Personally, I just want to.
Yeah,
Well,
I
It feels
agree.
kind of like your opinion.
Right.
It
But
just feels like you're kind of going off of your opinion.
another thing you have to also keep in mind is that you're literally like you have an artificial one.
Well, yes,
not a
but
robot.
when you're-
not a robot.
When you're taking estrogen, for example, you're
You
giving
become
yourself
infertile
artificial. Yeah, you're
as
giving
well.
yourself artificial.
So, if fertility and reproduction, it would be what you're worried about. After a while on, I believe it's both HRTs and testosterone and estrogen. I believe you become infertile after a while. So it doesn't really matter what genitals you have because you won't be able to reproduce anyways.
Well, I mean that's definitely helps the population control. So I could say that if less people run around in the earth. I mean, another truth we gotta face is that there's too many people on this planet. I'm never for killing anybody. It should never happen to me. But honestly, like if less people want to have children, I urge you to not have children because we could use some less people around. We could use it. So that's just one positive. So that would make me slightly off. I don't know. I don't want to put this weird. But hopefully pushes couples like that to adopt as well because there's a lot of people who were born from parents who are so mature and there's been so many people who are adopted. But I'm still going to stand at the point where it is a huge thing. You're literally like doing a swap like that. You're making yourself infertile. What if you want children in the future? Because another thing is that a lot.
There are things you could do before transitioning. You could save your eggs or sperm in a bank
You could adopt, which is another thing. But like,
and
some
adopt.
people-
Yes,
Or you can save your sperm and egg in the bank, like what Paul.
that's what I just said.
Yeah, I know. I'm not sure you can do.
By the way, a separate note. I would never ever donate any sperm to a sperm bank ever, at least if you're in America, because I heard of a story of a guy actually, some woman used that, and then was able to find a legal loophole and now charges that guy's child support even though he doesn't know the woman or the child, and it's just the cell that the woman took.
I think that's just a person being evil.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is just crazy. So,
And a one-of story.
Precaution for that: don't just put it into a random thing. Put it in a dish if it's for a specific partay.
Well, I think for trans people, I think what trans people do is they're not donating it; they're keeping it for future use.
Yeah.
They're not donating it to a thing.
Like keeping it in case like someone special comes around and we give them permission.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all about permission. I don't know if
That
like
is
much
important.
about sperm banks, but like one of the solutions to this is maybe like knowing the person before you give them your sperm.
Hey guys, I got a question. How was your Thanksgiving?
Okay.
That was good. Now, the deal is that I will still say this, but I still encourage people to try to stay away from that if you could. If you could help it, if you don't want to do that, I will still try to encourage people because it's something that cannot be undone. It's something that's major. It's changing something physical. I'm not saying it shouldn't happen. Not saying it shouldn't happen, but I'm saying if you can avoid it, I would try your hardest to, because that just changes so many life functions. It just changes so many things about your body. That's just something in general you don't want happening if you can help prevent it. And maybe even not for any specific reason in the short term either, but just for the overall health of your body, you know? Like, the less stuff you end up doing to your body, the more you let your body be natural, the more things will end up working out, rather than things being forced into your body might react a little bit weirdly sometimes. So, like, this just goes for anybody, anything, even taking any sort of drug, even taking Adderall, especially taking Adderall, that's a bad one. Doesn't work for most people. It works for some. I used to be on it for a little bit, but it depleted my hunger too much, so I got off it. Like, for example, like Tylenol even, or Adderall, like, I would even say, like, try to steer clear from that if you can tough through the pain, because in general it's better to keep your body more natural and away from, like, artificial things, and like just things like even like putting chemicals into, just going through processes and stuff like that. It's just a lot better for your body overall in the long term to avoid any sort of stuff like that, even any of the process in general, if you can help it. If you don't want to, and you want to go through those gender GAS, then, you know, do some of those, try to steer clear from the one that I'm arguing against this entire level for a good portion of the stream. But then I will also say that, you know, if you really feel a need to do it, then, you know, another thing is I don't really know what goes on in a person's brain. You never really could know. There could be something going on. So maybe they are true, so they're true. You want to give the person that leeway, don't judge them, so everybody can be happy and chill. Basically, what I really want to push is to try your hardest to keep things where they're at, so that things are less complicated, life moves easier. But if it's an absolute must, then I guess, you know, I can't exactly say no. That's my final statement.
So basically, you should think about what you're doing before you do it.
Heavily. I don't even take painkillers, because I'm just like, you know, I'd rather my body have less drugs than me, to be honest. So.
You're just all natural. You're like barbaric. Like a Viking.
Yeah.
No pain, no gain.
I mean,
that's
like,
what they say.
I mean, like, for anybody who, like, knows the older me, know I've actually changed. I actually eat a lot healthier, so I do have more of a right to say this. I'm not.
You quit Dr. Thunder?
Who is not, like, I'm not as unhealthy as I used to be, so I have more of a right to speak out about it, about telling you to treat your body right, because I've been treating my body right better myself. So.
You quit Dr. Thunder, right?
Oh, I quit that a long time ago. Yeah.
You quit the milkshakes? Loki, I need to start eating more. Apparently I'm underweight.
If you're underweight, yeah, Alex, go through it the proper way and try to eat mostly consisting of healthy things. All right. There is.
I should.
You know what? I'm gonna end stream first, because I do want to say something that is a bit inappropriate. Maybe even kick Astro Alex out of the call, because he's a bit too young. I'm sorry.
No. It's okay. I'm
not comfortable. I'm not quite comfortable sharing with you, because it's
oh, I'm back. I'm back. My internet died. Oh crap. Can you guys hear me?
About myself, so I don't know.
Hello?
But yeah, I don't want to continue the stream much longer, because we're more involved with this, it seems, and less involved at the stream. But I hope everybody enjoyed the stream for what it was, because that does make for quite an interesting entire process there. That was fun. So that'll make for very good content, and yeah, people can hear everybody's side and make their proper judgments and opinions about it. All right. Do you believe the side of them more, or the side of me? Well, we don't want to make this into a war. We don't want to divide people. We all have different opinions, and we just coexist together and put our differences aside regardless. And that's what we do to come here and especially this Discord server. So a thing I do want to say is I thank the Lord, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, for every day that we live, and we pray to you. We pray to you to help the ones in need. And stay safe, everybody. Have a nice evening. Goodbye.
Bye.